Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. I'm Dane Hennen. To my left, Morgan McMurry. To her left, Anthony Fisher.
Woo!
And to my right, Levi Gates.
The master of shine.
And we are the Rag Company Podcast, as I mentioned. So, guys, let's talk about the weekend, because that's what we do.
The freaking weekend, Dane?
The freaking weekend.
The freaking weekend?
Right. Anthony, what happened on your freaking weekend?
We start with me.
Yeah, we're going around the horn.
Well, before we do that,
Okay.
we got to talk about something.
Yeah.
Something we forgot and we neglected last week.
Oh, yeah.
We feel really bad about that. We need to get out of the way. But our friends at HP.
Oh,
whoa.
God.
So
check that out.
HP Marketing brought us a little gift. We actually had them. They came and did a tour of our company, as well as kind of picked our brains, which was
they want to say media operations.
It's very interesting and very flattering to have a company as big as them go, we heard you're doing something interesting with your like social media, or you have like a media department or something. You're a towel company, right? And we're like, yeah. Well, one of our employees really, really likes you guys, and he told us about it, so we're curious. We want to come check it out.
Yeah. So, and because of that, they are creating a podcast. They are creating a live Q&A.
Yeah.
And they've been working on it for a few months.
They're opening their business to the world, basically. They're opening themselves up.
So their horizons.
They came through we gave them a tour, and we were just very kind and open about everything. And then this showed up like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
They brought us this wonderful little
goodie
package.
Bag.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an unboxing video.
This is going to be our unboxing video. They gave us a card.
So if you're listening,
that
this
says
is not
thank
quite
you.
the same.
Yeah. So
you got to get on the Rag Company.
I'm going to read this card because
channel.
this is really great. So from our family to yours, much thanks. Jeff and Carolyn and the Rag crew. We appreciated the time you took to show us your studios for video and podcasting. You've inspired us to start our own global training podcast. Teresa, Stephanie, Bill, and Darcy. So
can you believe that?
Pretty crazy.
HP.
That's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
It's just unbelievable. So we're doing good things, folks. That's impressive.
They're super nice folks.
You know?
So what do they send us? Let's go and unbox this.
Stuff. So we got some tumblers with some straws.
I got an office notebook essentials. Morgan, that's for you.
Absolutely. I love writing
also
things.
It's a good color.
A Instaprint sprocket.
Whoa, this is
actually a pretty
print.
impressive thing.
So I don't know if you three really know what that is.
We can print.
But
it's like a Polaroid picture thing that we can print our selfies.
What is it?
Good.
Your phone picture.
Yeah,
More tumblers.
It's like an instant picture printer.
Oh, we got some chargers.
So we have to take a selfie.
So I can finally say this podcast is brought to you by HP Sprocket. Instantly print any 2x3 photos from your smartphone. Available at all major resellers.
This is not a sponsor.
So,
this is not? Okay, sorry. I'm waiting for my opportunity.
We are not sponsored by anyone. We are the Rag Company, so that's our thing.
We have, all of us have HP tumblers
Dane,
now.
I got a pamphlet for you. Here's
goodness.
Wow. That's nice.
You can put your thoughts and dreams in there.
Okay.
Here's some more straws for our tumblers.
Wow.
Yay.
All right.
This is amazing.
We got some chargers, which
holy smokes, we can never have too many.
It's a lot of
USB
chargers.
ports.
Yeah, which is nice to have.
Wow,
it's quite a few.
We got some headphones.
Oh my gosh, I gotta bring Katie some of these things here,
and
she's
some
gonna love
photo
these
paper
tumblers.
for the sprocket.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyway, we just wanted to say thank you to HP for providing all these
little
goodies for us.
Wow.
That was very nice.
And this podcast is brought to you by HP Sprocket.
HP Sprocket. Instantly print your favorite photos from your smartphone.
You only say that if you're actually getting paid.
Okay, all right.
Well,
deal.
I mean, they gave you a tumbler and a charger.
This is the ultimate gift.
This is the ultimate gift. Girls love these.
I just
right,
need
Morgan?
to be so clear for people listening.
Why
we
is this
did not
a thing?
expect this. We did not ask for this. This was just a generous thing.
No, we didn't.
That they did.
They literally brought us this stuff, which is pretty cool that they even did that. So I just think it's neat that they actually reached out and listened to the kind of stuff that we do.
Yeah.
For a very large company like that, that's pretty impressive. So,
Yeah. No, you would expect them to, not notice.
So everybody at
Little
HP,
guy.
thank you guys. We appreciate it. You have no idea what it means to us to be thought of in that way. So thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
We're just a bunch of kids trying to do this.
All right.
We know. Anyway,
I think the podcast listeners are looking forward to your weekends.
This podcast brought to you by Stroop-Waffles. Currently at
not.
Costco,
It's
you
not.
can pick up a 40-pack
for
$8.99, as seen on the Rag Company podcast.
Can't believe that.
That's right.
Go to your local Costco.
$8.99 after discounts at Costco.
No, it's $8.99 is the price.
One of those. I've never had
I can hear people tuning out right now.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're actually subscribing for more.
So what you're hearing is I've got a bag of Stroop waffles. We're opening up. If you go to the Rag Company podcast channel on YouTube, you can watch us all.
I would absolutely love one. Thank you, Levi.
I would like to partake in those.
Wow.
They are
Levi.
So, Anthony, get us started on your weekend. How'd it go?
Absolutely. So I'm going to wait till I take a bite of this until I get done.
How do you Stroop your waffle?
What, Dane?
There's tissues over there.
So I'm going to set this on a tissue here. So getting into my weekend, guys. So how do I explain this? Because I kind of want to give you some backstory without giving the whole backstory. So if you've been following the podcast for a while, you'll know that about 6 months ago, me and Katie were looking into buying a house, right?
You were getting married.
We were getting well, that's 6
You're not
months,
getting married anymore.
6 months from now, we are. Getting
you're
married.
still getting
6
married.
months ago, we were looking at buying a house,
right?
And it was one of those things where we were really excited, got really pumped about it. Turned out it was kind of a letdown because
you told the world about it.
Yes, we told the world, and then there was some misinformation on our end, and it didn't end up working out, right? So we were kind of like, okay. So stopped looking. I was like, you know what? I'm happy where we are. Everything's good, right? About, I don't know, a week or two ago, and this is basically for the Boise area. I'm specifically talking about this. So interest prices are at
outskirts of Boise.
Outskirts of Boise. So interest prices are really low right now. So interest is super low. Prices are about as low as they're going to be all year, until basically summer hits. They're going to really spike up just like they did last year. How I see it is everybody's coming out of hibernation here in the Boise area, and they're going to be buying a home for all the people moving out of state, but I'm not going to get into that. Now, we kind of were looking, but not really looking. So Katie ended up finding a really cool house, went and checked it out, and me not getting overly excited about anything. I just wanted to go look at it, and spent Friday night kind of measuring things out. I had a tape measure, going through all the rooms and things like that. The only downside is that Friday night I did that. Saturday morning we were thinking about putting in an offer, or at least kind of getting started with the process of seeing if this is something we want to do. And it turns out that the real estate agent on that house is a huge
fan of the podcast.
Beep hole. He is somebody that we do not want to work with. He is and I couldn't believe it because Katie's like, this guy is so rude. I'm like, honey, let's talk about this. Is he really that rude? I saw the text that he's texting her. I'm like, I'm gonna go punch this dude in the face. Like, so if I find this guy.
Now, back up for everybody. Katie is now a licensed real estate agent.
She absolutely is.
So she is the realtor on this house for you guys, technically.
There's a different agent.
No, but she's the one buying it for you. Like instead of you guys going out and getting a realtor for you guys, right?
Nope, doesn't work like that. This is the agent on this house.
I know, but what I'm saying is if you guys were looking to buy a house and you had your own real estate agent, this is the agent that is selling the house. So normally it would be your agent against their agent.
Yes.
But Katie is your agent.
Yeah, so correct. So we wouldn't have to pay the closing costs and things like that.
She is the agent.
Correct.
For the Fisher family.
I thought you were
Anthony and Katie.
Yes.
I'm ready to hire you guys next time I'm looking.
Yeah. So anyway, so basically this guy is just a nightmare to work with, right? And so I saw these text messages and I was mad. I was like, how is he? You can't just talk to somebody this way, right? And we're asking for basic information, and this dude's like, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it, basically kind of attitude, right? And I'm like,
sounds like he doesn't want to do his job.
So I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. And then we find out that the builder, right, has a bad history of doing the warranty work on his houses, right?
Right.
So two kind of red flags there. Right now we're leaning towards not going that route and finding a different, a different option. But we really like that option. So we spent like the first part of my weekend looking at that, and that was, I don't want to say it was a huge letdown, but it was something like, okay, that's kind of a bummer, right? But it is what it is.
I was excited. You were going to be a neighbor.
I know, Dane, I know. So Saturday I ended up washing the Evo. Did rinseless wash. I haven't washed it for 2 months now. It's been sitting in the garage, and so it's
not really a problem, guys. It never leaves the garage.
It still had collected some garage dust, and so I went over the whole thing and did a proper bead maker application. Did a full application on it. Since the previous wash, I only did some spotty application on it. So did a full application on it. Burned through quite a bit of product.
In God mode.
I didn't do God mode in the multi sprayer. I did the 32-ounce sprayer, with the orange Tolco sprayer trigger there, and sprayed down the whole car. let it soak, wiped it down. Thing was just buttery smooth. But what was just amazing, though, is that, spraying it down, I am now exactly 2 years in since I got it covered in OptiCoat Pro Plus, and it is still performing just as it is day one. It's amazing. It really is. That has been just a fantastic coating. Granted, it hasn't seen
a lot of
all
work.
The outdoor life that other cars may see. It's still holding up fantastic, and it still looks good, and it's still extremely smooth. So I ended up doing that, and then Saturday night, this is when the fun began. Went out with a couple of friends to grab some drinks, and then we went to go see a movie called Us. Yes. Have you guys seen it?
Scary movie?
How was it?
Okay.
So the Jordan Peele scary movie?
Yes.
So here's the deal. I mean, have you guys seen Get Out?
Mm-hmm.
Get Out, in my opinion, was not a scary movie. It was a suspenseful movie, and it was a thinker, right? But it never was
kind of satire.
It was never like scary. I never felt scared during the movie because Jordan Peele does a really good job of mixing up the comedy and also like the dark, So you have kind of like that comedy to offset certain things. Like the friend in Get Out was hilarious, right? And you always cracked up when he had any bit to do in the movie.
No, it was good all the way around.
Now, in this Us movie, the comedy part is actually played by the dad within that family, right? And he is pretty funny. He's actually the same actor that was in Black Panther, or not Black Panther. Yeah, Black Panther, the guy from the other tribe, I guess you could say. So, super funny guy. It was, how do I say this? So I think Rotten Tomatoes had it as a 97%, something like that. Now, I wouldn't say it was 97%. I would say it was like an 85. It was still a fantastic movie, but not the best movie I've ever seen. But it was definitely a thinker. You leave that movie theater and you sit there kind of like going back. You have to go through the whole movie in your head again because you have to start piecing things together. And I think that's probably one of the funnest parts. Like, I would enjoy going to see that movie again, knowing what I knew after seeing the end, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then then all these little things. So if you go to see that movie, I guess my biggest recommendation is to pay attention to the little things, because every little thing in that movie that they make kind of seem like it might be significant is significant, right? So there's little parts where they're in the car and she's snapping along to the music, right? Mm-hmm. Pay attention to that. There's another part where she's in the room picking up random toys from the kids. Pay attention to things like that. All that stuff comes together, and it's like a, mind-blown thing.
We'll make sure this stays spoiler-free for the people who watch it.
I'm not getting too far into it. So
and that was the all-day Anthony movie review.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brought to you by HP.
I don't know who you're
talking. Your latest Sprocket printer.
Yeah, I agree with the HP part. I don't know.
This whole thing.
Who the other thing is. But
you liked it.
I did. I did. So I totally recommend going to see that. So Sunday was pretty chill because we had it raining for half the day. So all I did, I changed the oil on my Honda Grom, and I was pretty stoked about that. So now things ready to ride. It's a smooth running Honda, right? As I'm a fan of smooth running Hondas, and so I got that figured out, cleaned up the house, and that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy. If I think of anything else I did that was crazy, I'll let you guys know. But I'm passing it off to Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, bring the mic over.
Here's my mic that keeps running away.
It's
trying to attack Anthony.
It wouldn't be the first time, am I right, guys? No, all right.
There we go.
Just eat your stroopwafel and keep it down.
Away from the microphone. Yeah. Sounds gross.
Yeah. Go ahead and back up. So this weekend, I didn't apparently think I was doing anything.
Detailing?
Yeah, but then I had a friend who decided to drop one of their cars by. It's actually the same person who owned the Porsche that I did.
Okay. Yeah.
But now it's his personal car.
That was a 3 Series that you took pictures of, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an E46, so it's kind of similar to the interior of my car. So it was kind of the same territory. I kind of knew, the
nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies,
all that
yeah. So I just did like a basic wash on it. It was honestly probably some of the worst paint that I've ever seen. And it was.
And it's black.
No, it's blue.
It's blue.
It's blue. But it like touching it was awful.
Super rough.
It's like almost
really dry.
It's like his, but worse. Like all around.
When she says mine, she's referring to the Miata, which is single stage and very old
and spray paint.
And very Well, the red isn't spray, but
it's got some overspray.
All the black is.
It was just I wanted to do a full like
clay
correction.
and polish.
Yeah, but I was like, that's not what he asked me to do. He just wants to get this basically as good as it can before he sells it.
Okay.
So it wasn't like he's like, hey, this is, my car that I want to keep for a little bit longer. Can you make it look really good? I'm willing to, it was make this look as good as you can for as sellable. Cheap as
for what I can pay you for.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I just had to let go of
the inner OCD to fix that, or the want, like most detailers run into.
Yep. So I just basically did the interior, the door panels. I think I sent you guys pictures of some of the interior.
Some before and afters, yeah.
It was really bad, but it was good experience, I would say. Yeah. And I did find, different ways to do things, and had to go over some things twice because I didn't. It was bad.
What were you using? Give us the rundown. Product wise, what were you utilizing?
What was I utilizing?
Yeah.
So I used Power Clean, and I used O&R for the interior.
Nice.
And then obviously once I cleaned everything, I put Bead Maker as a finisher and like a little smell.
Nice. Yeah, on the interior.
A little something to make it pop, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously the Detail Factory brush, which I don't know how I ever cleaned interior. Like before that, obviously, like I wasn't really cleaning interior. Yeah. I was just, wiping down my own car.
Just taking your fist and just hitting the panels.
But like
just punching it.
I can't. I think I used to use a toothbrush. I honestly, that must have been.
Did you have like a soft bristle toothbrush you were using? Maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it works. It's not dissing it.
It's not graceful, but it works.
Yeah, it worked. But yeah, it's just like that it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah. Well, I remember going to the like Target and like Walmart and going in the car section and looking at brushes and looking at like the wax and like interior detailing brushes that they carry, or going to like the cleaning aisle, like where you buy your mops and brooms and stuff, and looking at scrub brushes.
You know who that
and
reminds
going like,
me of?
This will be a good one for carpets and upholstery.
I want to give a shout out. Actually, saying what you just said. All right, I want to give a shout out to a small YouTube channel that I enjoy watching because I think it's fun. Yeah, I think it makes it fun. So,
O&R detailing.
Detailing News, right?
Yeah.
It's a YouTube channel. It is a guy. I don't know how else to explain it. He does everything. He does all of his filming by himself,
he does a lot. He posts a lot of videos too.
He posts a ton of videos,
he
but
works
it's
man. He
does
some
guy,
hard work on that.
Not the highest production, right? But he is fun to watch. He's a cool guy. He's got a cool voice. Seems like he's got a cool personality. What he does is he just basically goes literally into Walmart, and he'll go down the auto detailing aisle, pick out stuff, and say, "I'm going to use this today." And
then he does a review on it.
And then he just gives you a short review, and that's the thing. He's always doing it on realistic cars. It's never something crazy. And it's just a guy, doing some side detailing is what it seemed like, and just testing out a lot of these cheaper products and a lot of these things that aren't meant for auto detailing.
Probably my favorite product though that he did test was the toilet brush from the dollar store.
Yeah.
And what a great fender well cleaner it was.
Yeah. Are you serious?
And for cleaning really trashed rims, he said.
Yeah, and this is a stiff brush. This is not a...
But he was like, it is great. It goes in there. You can get it scrubbed. He goes, it cost me $1. He goes, I got it at the dollar store. It's got a holder for it.
Yeah. Which is a toilet
brush. But I mean, there is a contingency. But he does, and you're like, yeah, you could use it for that. And he even said, he goes, this isn't for like nice wheels.
Yeah.
Like, or nice rims. This is for bad ones that are really bad. And I was like, well, yeah, on the bad ones, whatever you do makes it better. So you're going to clean them.
Like, the logic's not wrong.
Yeah, your logic's not wrong.
Well, there's a chunk of an audience that's looking for that kind of stuff. They just want the cheapest, like, what can I just go out and grab and, like, do stuff with?
So between him and another one of the YouTubers that does, I mean, and this is actually a guy that's been a customer is Styles Pretty. So Styles Pretty Work Detailing, he kind of the same thing. You'll see him test out a lot of cheaper products, but he actually has used our IK foamers and gave reviews on them and stuff like that. So
he uses the Pluffles, uses the
very
Eagles,
small channels,
the Everest.
But we just want people to know that we watch a lot of different people, and we enjoy them regardless of how big or how small they are or what kind of it doesn't have to be the highest quality. We still
There's
like
definitely
watching.
some unique perspectives brought to the table depending on where you're looking. It doesn't all have to be all the names you already know.
Yeah, but just like Levi is saying, it's these guys going down the aisle, checking out brushes and saying, "This is let's try it. Let's see how this thing works." So, Morgan, sorry to take away from your brush thing, but you provoked a good conversation.
Right,
yes.
right. I'm really glad we got to that. So, all in all, I learned a couple things over the weekend. Number one, I like convertibles.
Yeah.
Because
you can put the top down and you can actually clean.
And you can actually clean, and there's so much more light. But on the other side,
it's way dirtier.
Well, not only is it way dirtier, I also need to apparently put the top back on if you're not finished.
Yeah.
Because I did, the main portion of the interior and then went to bed, and the next day came back to finish, and the dust was all back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Interior got dusty, and if she would have had a compressor, she would have just blown it out with some air.
Well, that's another thing.
You didn't leave the top down overnight.
She left the top down overnight. So it got dusty.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
First convertible.
Okay.
I figured it out. I figured it out.
Top down in
Remember,
the garage
Morgan's
all the time.
learning
It gets
detailing.
So, and I learned it from experience, but I did have to go over it again. And
high five, experience, cutting your teeth. I like that.
No, and that's the good point, because in my shop, we'd have to do that.
Yeah.
If you were working on a convertible, we'd always put the top down, and then before we'd leave for the night, we'd put the top back up and roll the windows up to where they were about an inch cracked.
Yeah.
We wouldn't put the top. We wouldn't secure the top. We just put the top up.
Just clamshell it.
Just close it, and that was it. And then you go home, and we'd leave it open because the carpets were usually still damp, and you want them to dry out and all that stuff. But that way you could come in next morning if you needed to finish. You just dropped your windows and open the top again. But this way it kept it from any dust or dirt or anything from just settling overnight.
Yeah. So I like I said, figured that out, that you want to shut it.
Yeah, and that's something not everybody thinks about. I used to have to train people oh, yeah, now and this.
I didn't think about it. I thought it would be easier to leave it since the top, I hadn't cleaned the exterior yet. Yeah. So the top was dirty. So I was like, oh, if I shut it, it's going to have dirt going all over.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would have just been better if I closed it.
Yeah,
it's a neutral.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So there's that. And then I also was sad that I didn't have that little Tornador.
Yeah, the Tornador gun.
I was sad. Yes. I was like, I wish I could use that thing right now.
Morgan's saving up to get herself an air compressor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to finesse one of those, because that thing was cool, and I was sitting there vacuuming the carpet, and I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, we got her. We let her play with one here, and that's ruined her. You just have to bring the cars here to detail now on the weekends.
Yeah.
Dane's here.
Yeah, Dane's here.
Dane's always here.
Yeah.
So
I live here.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Is that all you did? Detailed that car for the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nice. Okay. And I told you about the Stroop waffle deal at Costco, so she got in on that.
Wow.
Smart.
Fantastic. Dane, take it away. What'd you do?
Oh man. Well, I decided since we're running to the UK this
you got your passport ready? Got all that done?
Well, put it this way. I needed to renew mine. It had expired a couple
so you
years
got it all
ago,
started.
So I got that mailed out. So I got all the stuff set up for it, and I'm just waiting to hear back now. But
good.
Give it a
Anthony,
few days,
you got your passport ready to go?
My passport I got when I was 20 years old. I believe expires after 10 years, correct?
You better double check
you
that
got
and
a
make
couple
sure.
years. It's a 10-year thing.
Unless
you've done something questionable that got it canceled.
Dane, I've done a couple of questionable things.
When's your birthday?
December.
Okay, we're good. So you got 6 months before.
I think I got it when I was 20.
Double check that and make sure.
He'll be okay.
I got it when I was 20 because I was going on a cruise, and I remember that.
Saying,
so technically, I should be fine. It doesn't quite look like me anymore.
I want to see the picture. Yeah, I was going to say,
just be glad you didn't see mine. Oh, boy.
Oh.
How long ago is yours from?
I was 18 when I had the picture taken. So
I want to see it. I would like to see it.
Dane was in his prime.
It was from
soccer
2007.
Soccer player. Dane
I looked like a Backstreet
all-star
boy,
track and field.
Oh yeah,
I had blonde bleached
just
tips.
a
phenom.
It was
bad.
Yeah.
Chiseled.
And I wasn't fat, so there was that.
I think we should have like a baby
puka
picture.
shell necklace, Dane.
That's right. I had the puka shell.
Frosted
It was
tips.
bad, man.
Frosted tips.
It was so 2007. Oh.
Wait,
No.
hold on. Puka shells were back in 2007?
No, that's the problem. I carried them on too long. I got it in like 03, and I didn't let it go for a while.
Oh,
wait, puka shells were still viable in 03?
Nobody complained. Oh, by the way, it wasn't really a puka shell necklace. It was metal, but it looked like puka.
Because people started rocking the puka shells and the bleached tips in 1998.
No, I know. Yeah,
that's why I'm wondering it's still a thing in 2007.
No, you were like deep into like punk and ska and all that stuff, and there was definitely those elements. But
I mean, there's people
I
who
was
go to
living
Hawaii
the puka shell life
and
in 2003 is where I was in.
It's interesting.
That's about where I was.
Interesting. I did not know that was still a thing then. That time period.
It's true. Any rate, got that done. Felt very accomplished.
Yeah, it's very grown up of you.
It was kind of a last minute thing. I was looking. I was like, oh yeah, when's the post office close today? Oh my god, I have to get there right now. I was like, but I gotta fill out the form first. So I like went through the whole thing, and it was like that mini panic of like, oh, I want to make sure I didn't screw anything up before I send it out, because you're sending out like $110 when you do it too. So you want to make sure you do it right.
You could just go to the place and then you could pay that person, and then you don't have to worry about mailing it.
Yeah, no, they didn't have those services open on the weekend. It's a Monday through Friday thing. So any rate,
you don't have to worry about.
I'm very busy Monday through Friday.
Well, this is a work thing, so like, technically you're allowed to leave work for an hour to go do that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
So. Got that
Your
done.
parents own the company.
Felt very accomplished. Dropped by for a little Tree Fort action.
We had Tree Fort going on this weekend.
We had Tree Fort Music Fest going on, so dropped in, just kind of checked it out.
You pay $100 for the wristband?
No. I listen over fences, man.
I
drop by food trucks, and I go to like Ale Fort.
What a loser, Dane! I can just see you on the other side of a fence, just rocking out like
eating a hot dog.
Nice.
He's
no,
just
that's the thing. What I do is I wait till the last day, and then I show up, and I just join up at the main stage. It's like $30, and then it's easy. Right. You just get a wristband, and you're good for the rest of the time.
Okay, because I didn't know if you were just standing by the fence with like a beer, like with your back to it.
It's a big log, like 6 foot tall fence, and Dane's like, I'm standing.
Put it this way: it's not
drinking.
as bad when you got like 6 friends with you, and you're all just kind of hanging out, and you're surrounded by people. You don't look like weirdos. Yeah. So it's all right. I mean, granted, everybody's in their best like granola crunchy hipster whatever attire. So
it's not their best. It's just their clothes that they wear.
It's just what they wear.
It's festival
before they get into their Subaru Outbacks at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more Honda Elements were in town, and Volkswagen Combis.
I bet. Oh, speaking of passport, Dane, you can actually print your passport here using the new Sprocket from HP. Instantly print any 2x3 photo from your smartphone.
I really save so much.
It's actually 2x2.
So where did you get your? Did you get your photos taken at the passport?
I just went to Walgreens.
Good. That's what I did too.
I could have just talked to Bart and got it done in our white studio. Honestly,
you could do it with your phone.
At the same time,
email
it was like,
Yeah, with the HP Sprocket brought to you. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Oh my God,
Levi.
So anyway, whoa!
Oh, he's not done. He was hanging out at his.
That was
Tree
one
Fort.
day.
Oh, sorry. Oh God.
That was Sunday, the last day of Tree Fort.
They just want to steamroll me, man.
Please, Dane. Sorry.
Is it just because I got like a mohawk?
No,
now,
I think it's because you're the guy in the middle.
Oh, I'm the guy in the middle. Nobody likes the guy in the middle. Got it. I remember that.
Dane's Weekend brought
Whichever
to you by
commenter you were out there,
HP.
I'm mad at you,
This
but I am
HP
glad you
charger.
commented because you helped us get
Dual
a little
USB.
more popular by doing so. So whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Any rate, did that, and then on Sunday, I got invited out to a Euro car meet.
Oh, that's right.
I don't normally.
It was dumping rain.
I don't normally do that stuff, but the rain stopped. That was the thing when we were there. It was over by.
God opened the heavens because the Euros were out.
It was over by the old Cars and Coffee location. I'm like, oh, this is my first full year of owning a Euro car.
That's right.
I can hang out with
technically you own a
Euro snobs. Okay,
isn't your Ford technically a Euro?
I mean, it is. The C-Max is technically a Euro car that was imported. I think it was made in like. Oh no, my Volvo was actually made in Belgium, not even Sweden. So I looked up that. But anyway, way off base.
But you're good to go.
Yeah, it's still. Yeah, Europe.
But it was cool because a bunch of Japanese dudes showed up anyway.
Well, I mean, there were
guys.
definitely
Japanese
there was a
dudes.
Honda S2000
JDMs.
and a few other little things.
Nissan GTRs.
There was a GTR there, although that one was owned by the guy. You know, the guy who had the X6M that he modified like crazy up at Restoration Rods up here.
No.
His name's John Odom, and he has this like crazy. He took an X6M, and his mission was to make it the fastest X6M in the world.
I love
it. It exploded.
It exploded during the Sun Valley Road Rally.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the Sun Valley Tour de Force.
Yes.
So
I remember that.
yeah, if you go back to our video where we show all the stuff, I was on the sideline filming it as it went by, and he just talked about how much money he had into that thing, and oh my God,
how much?
I'm not sure I can say.
Oh,
I'm talking a house.
Oh.
I mean, first off, the cost of those.
I'm talking higher than the median cost of a house in Boise.
We talking 6 digits?
Oh, we're talking well into 6 digits.
Well, that makes sense.
Those motors
the median
alone,
cost in Boise would make sense.
Those motors alone are quite expensive.
I heard he said when he's done, he'll be close to like 370,000 plus into this thing. So
is that including the cost of the car?
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Okay. Because I would say,
But no, like his thing is he just enjoys like that pursuit of doing that, and he kept joking. He was a funny dude, but he just kept talking about like, I do these things, and I decided, I want to be the first, the one who does something, something unique, and I want to do that. And he's like, well, when other people haven't done that before, it's going to be a real hard road for you when you try and do that thing. You try and be the one of this kind of car to go and do that. So, yeah, it's a challenge, and he was just like, you throw a lot of money at that, you learn some lessons, and it's in pieces right now. He said it's like a shell. So, yeah, they're working on it. But it was cool, and it was a noble effort. It was just kind of neat. So, whatever, but he's got a few cars. He'll be all right.
I know what it's like to try to be the one. That's how I feel with my Honda Civic.
Okay. He's the one guy trying to do something with it.
The one guy trying to do something to a Honda Civic that's never been done before.
Good luck.
Coilovers and wheels.
Literally
and
everything has been done with Civics before.
Dane, don't crush my dreams like that.
But people seem to resonate with what you're doing.
You know who hasn't done something? A slammed Elantra with a turbo kit on it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or
turbo or a Evo swap, full suspension and engine or drivetrain on a Elantra
G63 in it.
On an Elantra?
Fast 5 Suburban.
That's right.
With something on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be pretty dope. So
handing the torch off to you, Levi. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm passing it to you.
I had a wife and child-free weekend.
Wow.
They went down to Utah.
Should we be congratulating you, or do we feel sad for you because you missed them?
I missed them.
Okay.
Aww.
But I got a lot done. Friday night, I went out with some friends. We went to Quinn's and listened to some music.
Nice.
There was a
Quinn's Pond.
Yeah, guitarist. So we went to Quinn's on Vista.
Oh, not the pond.
No, and hung out and watched a guitarist and another guitarist play some guitar.
Cool.
And I felt bad because I don't know who it was, but he did all right, and it was good. It was
did
good,
all right.
Good ambiance.
Were your friends tattooed?
Yes, they were.
That's awesome. So a bunch of tattooed guys watching a guy play guitar. I like that.
Yep, some tattooed men and women.
Oh wow!
So
both.
Yeah, and all of us had sleeves and things, but we're all in our mid 40s to late 50s or early 50s. So early 40s, I should say.
So Levi, the Reverend Gates, came out that night.
Yes.
Wow. I like
So anyway, it was great, and then did that Saturday night, and then or Friday night. Saturday just kind of hung around the house and cleaned. I worked on organizing the MOS HQ.
Wow. Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Like when Morgan came, it was in a very state of disrepair when you saw it. Yeah. I felt embarrassed.
I think it looked great.
I felt embarrassed by the way it looked.
Quality of the MOH SQ.
Yeah. And it's a destination location. So people
I was
come
just
from
mesmerized that I was there.
I'll forgive that.
All over the city.
Absolutely.
People come from all over the country.
Oh, sorry.
People come from all over the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that was nice because I had the whole day. I didn't have the kids that would, try and get in stuff. I didn't have Carly there. Like I just literally had the weekend to do that. Yeah. So worked on all my bikes, got them all up and running. Got the garage completely cleaned.
Nice.
Got our little storage room inside the garage completely cleaned and organized. What I have left to do, is I burped, is get the countertops. So like all my workbenches and stuff are still full of stuff.
Yeah.
So I need to get those organized in my little shelf. Sorry.
Do you have a solution for storing bottles yet? I'm finding that it's hard to find a storage solution for bottles.
So I've got some totes.
Okay.
And I'm going to be putting them in there, so I'll record that and post that on my MOS.
Do you
HQ
like
channel.
the totes? Do you like being able to see the bottles?
Well, what I do is I set the totes on their side so that the open side is open, and I just slide everything inside there. So this way it doesn't fall through the grates of my racking, but they're all fit, so I can just pull them out if I need to and lay them down, and all the bottles are laid down.
So I saw a really cool thing.
That's kind of
what
I
do. It was actually I saw it. It was a, how do I say this? I don't even know. It was on a Facebook group somewhere.
Like a towel rack? I used to do a towel rack.
Kind of like a towel rack, but it's actually a wine bottle rack, right? So think of a wine bottle rack, but the guy had a bunch of sprayers, so it was angled. The only problem I could think of is that
the leakage.
The leaking that could possibly
Well,
happen.
that's like people put the head packs, which are the 5 gallons with the spouts, and they lean them all down with the spouts pointing down.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, that. I don't care who you are. It leaks like crazy. So, but yeah, no. So I'll take a picture and post it, and you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And if you guys have any way you guys store your bottles, take a picture and post it on the Rag Company Podcast Facebook page.
We'd love to see it.
We'd like to see that.
Someone do a really obnoxious one where they, and you know those humongous mason jars that they sell at like craft stores and stuff.
Yeah.
They set it up like that for the kind of person who has to have like Edison bulbs in their life, and they also want to have.
I have to have Edison bulbs in my life.
I'm just saying, it's definitely there's a type. So you
all
get
my
those
lamps
folks,
are Edison bulbs. Dane, you're saying that's like it's a bad
People
thing?
who are listening know what I'm talking about.
Also, all my exterior lamps are Edison bulbs. So
Speaking of Edison, one of Levi's favorite restaurants we've ever gone to was actually in Disney Springs called the Edison.
Yeah, it was delicious.
He loved the vibe of that.
I just want it to be really obnoxious and hard to get out. So you just get a humongous mason jar and you put them all in.
Oh, yeah, I like that idea too.
Yeah.
It's probably
like
look really good.
Oh, my God.
But, so I did that. And then Sunday, just, again, finished cleaning, like just trying to get everything cleaned up before everyone came home. So it was nice. It was nice to just hang out, chill out. Thursday and Friday, we were able to work on the Hudson. So the 3 of us got down on that Hudson and got to polish it out, which was pretty sweet. So you guys will get to see some video of that later. You probably saw it all on our social media channels. And then today, in the mail, courtesy from FedEx, courtesy of Mamba Off-Road Wheels, the new wheels for Ragnarok arrived.
Oh,
so
my. Wait,
thank you
the
to
Fast 5 Suburban?
The hashtag Fast 5 Suburban, hashtag Unicorn Suburban, hashtag RagForce1.
Ragnarok.
Keep adding hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag Ragnarok.
Wow.
The Ragnarok Project.
Hashtag.
Wow.
They arrived. So
amazing.
I got some M19 Mambas, 18 by 9s.
Gosh, I can already hear that snake rattle
in the black.
from here.
It's
it's very intense. Yeah. Oh, that's Dane doing it.
I don't think Mambas rattle. I don't think a Mamba rattles. They don't have a rattle.
It doesn't.
Never mind. I can hear
Mambas
the
don't
I can hear the hiss then.
Yeah. So,
It's actually bad alignment. Down the road.
Yeah. Sorry. my mistake.
Wrong thing. But but a big thank you to our friends at Koenig Wheels and Mamba Off-Road Wheels. It was very nice of them. Thanks to Scott at Koenig to help us out with that. So so we got those, which was fun.
Yeah.
I'll probably coat them tomorrow.
Wow.
Just so that they're coated. And that way we don't have to
So that
wait
is
too
actually
long.
the 3rd set of Koenig wheels to be delivered to the Rag Company.
That is.
Which is
That
funny.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We're making it a habit at this point.
I'm hoping.
It's very nice.
I'm hoping. I told Morgan if she was interested, and she actually said, I'm only interested in 3-piece wheels, which basically says she's only interested in...
Not Koenigs.
Not Koenigs. And,
That was very rude of you to say, Morgan.
yeah, she has expensive taste. So I said, guys, if you like her, you probably can't afford her. So...
Jeez.
But Dane, on the other hand, Dane is a very cheap date and would be glad to take a set of Koenig 18s for his
Dane
car.
would be...
I'm sure that's really the message you want.
I think you want some
Dane, do you need a
decagram,
tissue?
flow form
Scott,
decograms.
I apologize. On your
Dane
behalf
would
for
be
these
glad
guys.
to take a set of MB wheels.
Dane would be happy to take a set of MBs.
I hope that doesn't offend anybody.
If my car was like more
Dane would take my
Track?
old Focal.
I thought
version,
she was going to
I
say
would
trash. If
Well-
my car was more POS, then I would.
That's not very nice, Dane, is it?
Well, she's rocking real CCWs, guys. So, like I said before.
Which are also, I mean, they're lightweight, but I don't think I could. They're nothing like.
So getting into the talk for the
juggling
week.
them.
That was
Yeah.
so it was good.
Yeah.
So that was my weekend. It was a blast. Had a lot of fun.
Okay, so for this week, we actually have a lot going on. This is going to be a very busy week. We have a lot of filming going on and a lot of editing from this last week. Not to mention that we have a lot going on this upcoming week where we are going to have a lot of friends in town. If you're not aware of this, we are
calling it April Fools.
Doing a huge April Fool's event here at the Rag Company where we're going to have...
Not an event.
not
it's
event.
a closed event.
Only
for those that are invited.
For
other
those
people
here.
are not invited to come.
Yeah.
Like this is a
it's
thing we're gonna film.
Now, if somebody were to stop into the store to buy some product, I would not deny them to meet some of these other cool people.
That'd be fine.
That would be totally fine. Now, if you show up with 20 friends, we're gonna say, "Hey, man, you're gonna have to wait in the parking lot until we get off work.
Yep.
We can't hang out yet."
Yep.
My mom said we can't play.
Exactly.
So
it's literally what we're gonna say.
yeah. So we have a lot going on for us this week. We do have a lot of videos in the back burner that are being edited that I'm excited for people to see. Dane is still is working on the Wash
I haven't had a
Wednesdays.
chance to touch the freaking Wash Wednesday for like a week and a half.
Well, so
sorry, I had medical things come up that basically hit the delay. On
eventually,
that one.
we will have that, and then following that, we do have some new videos coming to you for product videos. Essentially, is what they are, and so we're excited to get those out. But we just have a lot going on as usual, and I think this upcoming week we'll be teasing that a lot on social media and showing you kind of what we have. And I'm hoping that what we're doing with these people. I don't know if we've already talked about everybody that's coming on.
We
here.
haven't revealed what's going on.
When do we reveal?
Well, this is the last podcast.
This is the last podcast before they are coming.
So I guess we
might
can
as well
talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
lay it down.
We're at 40 minutes. We can.
So we're calling this. So what this is the One Wing Challenge.
Yep.
Now think about it for a second before we
April
ruin this
Fools.
for you. Think about anything you can think of.
April
that involves
Fool's One Wing Challenge with Friends of the Rag Company.
I'm gonna have another one of these Stroop-Tease.
Go ahead. Friends of the Rag Company podcasts. Everybody that is coming has been on the Rag Company podcast, so we'll tell you that right now. So here's the lineup of folks flying in on Sunday night. Dylan Von.
It's so noisy.
As soon as you get that out of there, Anthony. All right.
Sorry.
Dylan Von Kleist is coming from Rupes.
Yes.
David Patterson
Yep.
of Lake Country is coming. Jason Kilmer of KXK is coming.
What?
Yep.
Mhm.
The Andy Word,
Oh my god.
He's never been here.
Proficient X, and KXK,
wow.
Yep.
and the man of the hour,
Mm.
Aaron Knox of Red's Detail Company and KXK.
Ooh-wee.
Noxie.
So the
So
full KXK is
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
all
the
three
KXK
KXK guys, plus Dylan and David,
Wow.
plus us, the Rag Company team.
Plus, maybe a special guest.
Maybe. We haven't confirmed that yet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So we're calling it the One Wing Challenge, and this was devised by Jason Kilmer. We were in Atlanta with all of them, and we were talking about what we wanted to do for April Fools. And they had already planned on coming out. Dylan had already planned on coming out. David had already, we'd already planned to do something fun for that, for the day. So Jason has cerebral palsy.
Yes, he does.
And cerebral palsy. And he has one good eye, one good arm, and one good leg, as he says. And that is what kind of caused him to use his disability as a strength to help him sand paint. So he basically said it'd be awesome if the other boys of KXK, Andy Ward and Aaron Knox, somehow we could bungee their arm to their side.
This was his idea, not.
And give them each an eye patch to wear.
Yep.
And have them try and correct out a hood
Better than him. Yeah.
So
And where are those hoods coming from?
the junkyard across the street, the
That's
Rag
right.
Company. So we were dying listening to that. We thought that'd be so funny. The guys from KXK were on board in a heartbeat.
Here's the plan, guys. We're taking these guys. We are bunging their arm, right? We are giving Jason full use of his arm, right?
Yeah,
because
Jason's not
Yeah.
going to be handicapped in any way.
Nope. He's going just how he is. They're going across the street to the junkyard. This is going to be hilarious. This is basically the way I see this being filmed. Is going to be very Grand Tour, Top Gear-like, right?
Yep.
It's going to be rough.
They are removing this hood from their own car with one arm.
Yeah.
Okay,
They'll be able to get some help from us.
We'll help them a little bit, but
Yeah.
for the most part, they are picking out their hood, going through the junkyard, going for the hood that they feel like they can give the biggest turnaround on, right? The biggest amount of correction, and we're giving them the full ability to learn. Now, have you talked about our referees yet?
No.
So our referees are going to be Mr. Levi Gates,
Yep.
Mr. Dylan Von Kleist,
Yep.
and Mr. David Patterson.
Yep.
Wearing referee jerseys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, wearing these referee jerseys, they are going to be following them. Each person of KXK is going to be appointed a referee. This is their own referee, and they have to watch and make sure they are following the rules, right? We'll have 3 cameras on all 3 people. So, Dane on one camera, Jimmy on another camera, and Tim on another. All kind of be following around, helping, holding gear as needed. But basically,
you'll also be kind of announcing and
watching these guys, and I can jump in and announce and basically just document the journey of them taking a hood off of this car, getting it onto a wheelbarrow that we have there.
Yep.
They are going to have to use tools, all of that, get it there, and then pay for it and get it back across the street.
Yeah.
So,
well, we will pay for the hoods.
Oh, we will pay for it, but they will get them across the street, and then at that point, that's when the fun begins. So, getting onto the hood stand, and then choosing their compound, choosing their machine, and everything else. Now,
we've allowed them the ability to use whatever they want. They can use Last Cut if they like. They can use Rupes compounds, and they can use McGuire's products, whatever we have available. And then they can use any sanding that they want, any sandpaper. They can do any type of wet sanding. They can do it however they want. They can finish it however they want at the end. But basically, we're going to put them in the studio here, give them the polishers. Dylan has donated 3 rotaries, 3 LHR 75s, and 3 Mark III 15s for them to use.
Correct.
So those are the 3 machines that each of them will use. They each get their own set of 3 to use those. And then they can use any pads. They can use Rupes pads. They can use Lake Country pads or Lake Country Rag Company pads. We're going to let them, they just got to correct it. And we'll see who does the best.
Yeah. And so it'll be a panel. So we'll get all 3 judges to look over everything again. No biased decisions. And we can even have some outside people come in and check things out for themselves to see who gave the best correction. And I think we're going for pure correction. We're not going with any topping agent or any type of wax or anything like that.
They can if they want, but we're going to let them. It's got to be the best finish.
And they will have, obviously, their KXK sticks readily available along with sandpaper. We have a ton of sandpaper left over from
and all that
previous events.
We didn't run out.
So, but it's up to these guys. I mean, they're going to be choosing the best hood that they feel like they could get the best result out of, which is kind of hard because you're working with a dirty hood out in a junkyard.
It's a junkyard hood.
A lot of we've been having rain for the last week, so they're going to go out there, inspect this hood to the best of their ability, right? We may give them a towel to do some dry wiping if they want to see, but the whole point of this is to make it fun.
Well, like the little red hood I got, like I didn't wipe it. I just was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then once we cleaned it, I found that it was covered in lacquer checking. And crow's feet. So, I mean, we don't know, you know.
And that's like the
Morgan's hood
part.
we got out of the junkyard. We were like, this looks great. And then we got it back and we started looking a little deeper and we're like, oh, this is a respray. You know. So that's kind of the fun part about it is we're all just going to look for a good enough hood to correct. We're not looking for horrifically sun damage that have tons of clear coat failure. We're still looking for one that's in good shape.
And so it doesn't have to be the coolest hood, right? It doesn't have to come off a 94 Firebird like the hood that we have downstairs. This can come off of anything, and really we're all pretty well versed in knowing what to look for, and I think that we're not going to be looking for aggressive body lines or anything like that. We really just want to see the most amount of clarity that we can out of this paint.
But the boys really want to try and correct it to the best of their ability using the limited use of their right arm and having an eye patch.
And just see what Jason does and
see what they can do it.
How he does it.
And then at the end of that, we are obviously making a video about all this, but then we are also going to be listing 3 kits, basically. It'll be a Kilmer kit, Proficient X kit, and a Noxie kit. And the 3 kits will have each of the 3 polishers that they used. They will have probably gold kits from the rag company, along with some rag swag. They will have products from KXK in each one. They'll all be different. So they may have a PR1, they may have a couple PR2s, they may have palm blocks, they may have punch sets, they may have all that stuff. But the point is, each kit's going to be individual. And then Lake Country is also providing some Lake Country swag. Some banners, some pads, just some other stuff that Lake Country to go also in each of these kits. And then we will take those kits and we will put them on eBay. And we will auction each one of those kits off. It's a full kit, so everything will have the polishers from Rupes, products from KXK, products from the Rag Company, and products from Lake Country, all in one in all 3 kits, and all the proceeds of those will go to a charity of Jason's choosing.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be for a good cause, and we're really excited about it, and we're excited about the fact that we've got 4 companies working together, one to do something just fun.
Yeah.
Like, we think this is going to be a blast. We get along with these guys, with all these guys. We always have a good time whenever we travel together. And we're going to do this, and then in June we're all going to be at Detailer's Domain hanging out at Phil's. So this is one of those things. Like, it's
school friends, man. It's like seeing school friends every couple months. It's awesome.
So it'll be, and we all went and did go-karts when we were in Atlanta. In February. So it's just, these guys are a blast. We have a great time with them, and this is just something that is fun and unique, because I don't think there's many companies where 4 companies get together and do something not only that it has is good, because we're going to be providing a donation at the end of the day, and hopefully raising some awareness, but also just having fun and doing this because we all like to do this. And we love detailing.
No, I think it's going to be awesome. And another big thing, too, that you probably forgot to mention is that we are signing these polishers.
Oh, that's right.
So
they will all be autographed.
All of us will be autographed by the TRC team, David Patterson at Lake Country, of course, Dylan, and the full KXK team. We're all signing these polishers.
All these polishers.
So you're going to have we're going to try to find the most pro-strength silver Sharpie we can find to withstand all the abuse of detailing. And then sign these things after they finish off with them. And
we also have some banners we could sign as well.
Yeah.
We could
do
a lot of stuff.
It's just, this is your chance to get signed polishers.
But the polishers will be signed as well.
By all of us. And I think it'll be really cool. I think it'll be really cool to see that. So that's kind of the plan for this upcoming week. Other than that, though, I think what we've been focused on too as well right here on the Rag Company is kind of dialing in some products here. Towel wise is what we're doing, and we're trying to figure out what to bring in for the upcoming months and the summer months. And so we've had a ton of requests for different colors of current towels that we already have. And as much I don't want to say what you can expect, but we are listening to you and we are working on it. We always think that we have more towels than we know what to do with, right? More colors, more variety, and all this stuff. But it's kind of crazy because even though with what we have, there's still room for more in people's eyes, and they say, hey, this is a good opportunity here. And when it's not just one person saying it, but like 10 to 20 people saying, hey, I wish you had a different color of this towel.
And totally unprompted.
Totally unprompted. We say, okay, that's something we should probably, as much as we don't want to bring on another SKU, I think we should do this.
Right.
I think that it would sell well, and I think people would like to have another color to be able to color coordinate and do all the things that they like to do in their shop or in their house.
Yeah.
So just some things that we're working on here. Other than that, though, what else you got?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I'm just excited that we get through this week.
Yeah.
Run up. I mean, the polishers have already arrived. David's getting ready to send some stuff. KXK's got stuff in the mail. Everything's on its way here.
I think they're shipping Andy Ward as well.
I think Andy.
I think they put him in a box.
They gave him some Diet Pepsi and some menthol Parliaments.
Yeah.
And Andy's good to go.
Right at home.
He's ready to rock.
He's like in some air freighter. He's like, so it got really cold up there. Lighter wasn't working.
Yeah.
Oh man,
24 packs and he's good to go.
Yeah.
Man. So, man after my own heart. That's how I used to roll. Pepsis and menthol Parliaments. So
it's awesome.
Oh man.
So
all right, I guess that's pretty much it. Then,
I think that's
guys?
it, Dane. So big shout out to HP for sending in all this stuff.
Yes.
Big shout out to Costco for having these awesome Stroop waffle
As seen
sales.
on
They're
the
ahead
Rag
of the
Company
curve.
podcast.
They're smart. They carry Stroop waffle.
They know exactly what is going down.
Yep.
So
pick up yours today. 40 count for $8.99 at your local Costco. Really great deal. If you think about it.
Dane, you better wrap it up before we plug you.
I was going to say, before you get back in there and you start doing it again, I'm
Big shout out to Mamba Wheels.
I just need to be extra
Project
clear.
Ragnarok.
Not being compensated for any of that stuff. So, okay.
Yeah, I paid for these with my own money.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Just cuz. All right. So, got that out of the way. Any rate, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on the Rag Company YouTube channel or the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel, those are two different things. So make sure you're subscribed to both of them if you enjoy seeing our smiling, talking faces every week. And we've also got, you know what? I hadn't mentioned this, but go back, watch our Grandambassador videos. We did a series with the ones who we were able to catch up with over video chat, and we had some great talks. And you kind of get a sense of like where they're coming from. So pretty cool. We had Carnuba and Marco, OCD Taylor. He had Chris, a few other guys. So it was really nice. But
Omar?
At any rate, and Omar, he was the first one we got, Mr. 847 in the Z01.
And the new Grandambassador is going to be announced next Tuesday.
That's right. You guys are working on that.
April 2nd is something to look forward to. We're shooting for noon, a noon release of the
application process is closed.
It is closed. So if you applied, thank you for applying. If you didn't, next quarter. We'll see you next quarter, guys. Yeah.
Yep. It ended yesterday, so now is the time where we have got to go through a lot of entries, and we will be scouring, but we will find what we're going to find, and you'll find out. That'll be fun. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you, and we will catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.